How you doing, guys and girls? I hope you're all well. We're going to be talking about Fortnite and Season 4, or the imminent arrival of Season 4 and what we can expect within it. Fortnite, or Epic Games, have just tweeted out about an hour ago from me recording this that they're going to be releasing, well, the downtime is going to be tomorrow morning. That's 8 AM UK time. I think that's about 4 AM, well, it will say up there, but I think it's 4 AM American time, which will be May the 1st. Is that right? April, May? Yeah, May the 1st. I don't even know what day we're on, that's bad. But we're going to be talking about what to expect. Now, the community as a whole has been speculating, and there's been a lot of theories based on information and also the images leaked by Epic Games. The most sort of notable is this image they've been adding a new section to every day. So we have, I'll put them on the screen now, but we have these 4 characters. I'll save characters for now, and I'll get into a bit more of the specifics in a moment. But yeah, so these characters. Now, I'm going to talk about the backstory, obviously from the title and whatever is in the thumbnail as well. It is DC and Marvel is the kind of topic and the point of contention as to what it's going to be. So, as you can see, it's superheroes. That's the kind of general consensus. That's what people think. The information they provided, the meteors in the sky coming down. If you go all over their social media, that's all people are kind of speculating. But I want to go back and talk about kind of why this might actually be happening and why this is a kind of practical possibility. So, first of all, we need to kind of break down Epic Games. We know that Epic Games, obviously the creators of Fortnite, they were started by a guy called Tim Sweeney, who's this gentleman here. Very unassuming gentleman, but he's incredibly smart. He's actually worth $74 million. He created in 1991 this company called, I believe it's pronounced Potomac? Potomac? I don't know. It's an American company. Potomac Computing Services or servers, I think, in 1991. In 92 it changed to Epic Mega Games Inc. And then 99 it changed to Epic Games, which obviously is the name it's stuck with now. A bit of trivia for you as well, if you want to know it. If not, whatever, it's useful knowledge. But Potomac is a place in Maryland. Potomac is a place in Maryland. It's actually next to a place called Bethesda. I didn't know that until I did my research the other day. I wrote an article a few days ago, and also I've done one which it's been published about an hour ago, again from me recording this, on gamingintel.com. I've written quite a few pieces for them over the last sort of week or two. So I'll obviously put that link in the description. It's what I'm going to be talking about today anyway, but if you want to kind of read it as well, maybe as we're going along. It's not going to be word for word verbatim and the same, but it's the same sort of ideas. It's based on kind of research I've done. It's based on community sort of feedback, and also some of it is my own opinions. It's completely what I think is accurate. I'm digressing. Right, I need to keep this short and sweet. But obviously you've clicked on this video because you want to know how DC and Marvel kind of fit into that world. How do Epic Games and Fortnite incorporate those into it? You need to look back at other companies that are kind of partnered with Epic Games. The one I'm going to talk about, Tencent Games. I had never heard of them. I like to think I'm quite clued up in the whole video game entertainment movie media industry. Honestly, I might be the only one, but I had never heard of these guys. Tencent Games, they're a subsidiary of Tencent Holdings Limited or something. They're basically an investment corporation. They are the biggest video game company in the world. They're bigger than Sony, Apple, Microsoft, Blizzard. It's insane. The reason they're so big is because they actually invest in other companies. They've invested in Activision, Ubisoft, Riot Games, who develop League of Legends, and also in 2012, June, I believe, 2012, these guys invested in Epic Games. But the reason this is significant, obviously, is this investment into Epic Games. It was a 48.4% minority share. After employment stocks were deducted, it was a 40% share, but it was still a minority share. But they had links with DC, with other games, and that's why it may happen in Fortnite. That's why it's interesting. So let's get rid of that. So basically, they bought the licenses and the rights to use DC characters within a game they were working. It was called Strike of Kings, or Honor of Kings in China. That was the name, Honor of Kings. It's a mobile game, so a mobile online battle arena game, I think. Yeah, that's what it stands for. But they bought the licensing and the rights to use DC characters off Time Warner, who obviously own Time Warner, Warner Bros. DC. They own all the characters and all the rights from DC Comics. So throughout the game's life cycle, they saw I think they're still adding characters to it, but we saw Batman, we saw Joker, we saw Wonder Woman added as well. And this is incredibly exciting. Bearing in mind, this is a Tencent game. Now, if Tencent have got the rights and the license to use these characters, there might have been a clause within that contract to say, in any other future projects, we also reserve the rights to use said characters in X, Y, and Z. Or they might just reinstate a new contract, a new deal to use it within Fortnite. So there might be a chance that we can see DC characters within the game. It's so exciting. And also the likeness, the image, I'll put it on the screen now, but the image of these characters look a little bit like DC characters. Now Marvel, how does that play a part? That's a bit more ambiguous in kind of its nature as to how it's linked. But then how does Marvel play a part within this? How can that be incorporated into Season 4 in Fortnite if it is indeed superheroes and villains? This is a bit more sort of ambiguous in nature. It's a little bit more far-fetched, but it's just a theory at the moment. There's a bit of information to support it, but again, we'll find out tomorrow morning, and I'll be making a video to cover it. I'm so excited. Honestly, I'm so excited. I haven't actually owned a season pass yet. I've just been watching from afar and seeing YouTubers and friends that have it, and I'm really excited. And also, it means I can make more content and articles, so it's a win-win. But anyway, Marvel in 2009, I believe, were bought out by Disney, or Disney bought Marvel Entertainment and the whole Marvel universe. Now, we know that characters on the screen bear a resemblance to some maybe classic, maybe you can see them, I don't know if you can work out who they are, but who does that represent to you, these characters on the screen now? To me, they seem very kind of synonymous of certain characters. I'll break it down in a minute, but the ones I can distinguish, in my mind, are all DC. Anyway, so Marvel, Disney, Epic Games, what's going on? So Disney bought Marvel, they bought the rights as a result of it. Now last year, 2017, there's this thing called the Disney Accelerator. It gives companies and developers and publishers the ability of their expertise, their resources, the staff, and so basically Disney works together with these companies to help push the outreach and push whatever it is they're trying to produce, or the service they're providing, or whatever it is they're creating. Epic Games were actually one of the teams that got partnered up and are now a member of this Disney Accelerator program. Now, I don't know the ins and outs of this, of course. I don't work for either of these companies. I've never been to Disney, unfortunately, not even Disney World. But never mind. But I don't know what can be used. The resources that can be provided by Disney might include the rights to use and the licensing to use certain characters from their resource pool, which of course is going to be the Marvel characters. So it's a little bit more of a stretch, but we might see them. And also, I mean, honestly, I had so much fun writing the articles. I've done a couple of pieces on Fortnite. I've done about 7 pieces on Fortnite, I believe. Like I said, over at gamingintel.com. But it's so exciting, the amount of stuff I'm learning. Like I said, I do a lot of research, and in my own time, I really, really enjoy kind of learning about these different industries. But there's so much I didn't know. This, again, I should have known this. Honestly, I should have known this. Unreal Engine. Everyone's heard of it. It's Epic's Unreal Engine. I've heard this so many times, but I never put it together. Like, I just didn't even think about it. Quick maths. No. Honestly, it was ridiculous. Epic's Unreal Engine. This was produced by Epic Games. I think it was not, again, like 98, I believe, 1998. So for 20 years, I'm not even exaggerating, they have literally helped millions of developers to produce content, whether it's sort of simulation, cinematic experiences, production development of their games, like visual animations, whatever it may be. Unreal's engine is used by so many massive games, and this was created by Epic. Now, I believe it was at a demo, it might have been last year, I can't remember, but there was a demo where also Epic Games was showcasing this at a Disney Accelerator conference. So it again shows that kind of relationship. Now, if it is a two-way relationship and they're helping each other kind of grow and expand, maybe part of it is that Disney say, yeah, you can use a few of the Marvel characters. The only reason why this might not be accurate, though, we've just had Infinity War. Like, please don't put any spoilers down below. Like, I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it yet, and I'm pretty sure I've already read spoilers on Twitter, which really upsets me, but that's my own fault, obviously, but whatever. But obviously we've got Marvel's Infinity Wars in the cinemas at the moment, so it would make sense that DC do something at a similar time frame. If you think about it as a global, yearly, like an annual timeline, and then you've got Infinity War here, you want DC to be kind of competing, do you know what I mean? So that's why it fits. But anyway, that's my theory. Well, not my theory, but that's research and kind of what I think, and based on sort of evidence that's in the community and evidence that I found through doing research as to how they can be implemented. Now I'm just going to break down this picture quickly. This is a different section. These characters, the first one, so every day they added a new character leading up to it, and then today was like, boom, it's coming out tomorrow, get excited, hype, superheroes, woo, fanfare, all that kind of jazz. The first image, this to me looks like the Flash. It's a half masked face, okay? These are all DC, the ones that I'm going to name as well, just so you know, but it's, I think, no, they're not actually. Ooh, interesting, plot twist, they're not. The Flash, so it's half, I know it's not identical, and again, that's why it supports the idea that it might be DC, or it might actually just be superheroes that are styled and influenced by certain characters, so it might be a Flash-esque character, we don't know. But it looks a lot to me like the Flash with the half masked face, the colour scheme and the kind of lightning borders as well. It's all very synonymous with this kind of lightning Flash character, but then I realise obviously the colour scheme is just for Fortnite Season 4, and the lightning is like the actual border of the meteor that's been hyped up for weeks, but nonetheless it's exciting. The other one, which isn't DC, this is Marvel, another half-masked character, Daredevil. Now, like I said, this is Marvel. He's got the kind of single-toned eyes, he's got the kind of opaque blank eyes, because he's blind, obviously, that makes sense, but that's in the image too, and then it's the half-masked face. Now, we can't see the horns at the top. Obviously, Daredevil has these little kind of horns protruding. We can't see these, but it might be there. He might be there. So that's an interesting theory on that one. The next one, this next one, it's so obvious. I mean, if it's not DC and it's inspired, this is so close that if they don't have the licensing, the rights to use DC characters, then it's they're getting pretty close to the actual thing. It's obviously Wonder Woman. You've got this striking woman with long hair and this tiara or this crown or this headband. It's got to be Wonder Woman. Every Wonder Woman, we've got Linda Carter, we've got Gal Gadot, they've all portrayed Wonder Woman looking exactly like this. So, and again, that's a DC character, and that was a character that actually appeared in one of Tencent's, the mobile game that I was on about. So, who knows? Now the next one we've got is a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more cryptic. Well, cryptic's the wrong word. It's not the Fibonacci sequence, it's a flipping picture. But, you know, we're still trying to work out who it could represent, whether it is literally just a random dude that we think is a superhero, and we've fabricated this whole kind of theme around nothing. But anyway, originally people were saying, based on the kind of chiseled features and the facial hair, some people were saying Green Arrow. Based around, if you look at the comics, when he had a bit more of a goatee, but based on the comic depiction of him, he had like a goatee, but also the actor that plays it in the series is quite a handsome gentleman with facial hair, so people said it looked like him. But then you look at the main thing, what's your eye drawn to on that? It's the kind of eyes and the slit in the eyebrow. Now, who do you think plays a superhero? There's obviously another handsome person that has a slit in the eyebrow. It's got to be Jason Momoa. So Aquaman, people are kind of speculating Aquaman. We don't see his attire, we see nothing else, we don't see his hair, but that slit, like Jason Momoa's scar in his eye, is quite a striking feature that you notice. So Aquaman. Also, some people, I'm debunking this one straight away, but some people are saying Hanzo Shimada. I think that's how you pronounce his name, but Hanzo from Overwatch. He does look a lot like it, but we're not going to see a Fortnite Overwatch crossover. They're two competitive or competing franchises in completely different directions. They both have a similar art style. They both kind of, I wonder. No. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So Jason Momoa, possibly Aquaman. It was the inspiration at least. This last one, this is the one that people can't put the finger on. Even I can't. Even in the article, I had to just call it Masked Woman, because honestly, I have no idea as to what it could be. Some people are saying Black Widow. Some people are saying, like, I don't see it. We've got this female character here with a mask. Now, is this a female version of Bane? Possibly, because Bane has his mask, even though it's more kind of claw-like, like the teeth, I guess. That's all we've got to go on. So it's really interesting. They actually tweeted out another picture today with these 4 characters. All the other characters on the, let's get this right, on the far side. Right, so I'm looking at this with you. Let me just get the picture up a second. There we go. So on the far right hand side, there's a big old hammer. Thor's hammer? I don't know. You can just about see it. I'll zoom in on it. The outfit's actually just the Twitch Prime outfit you get. Then we've got, is it the Spec Ops outfit moving in from the right to the left? I'm going to skip, then the next guy, I'm going to skip this, and then on the left, oh, that's the Spec Ops outfit. Either way, these are skins we've already got in the game. But the second one in, from the left, is that Iron Man? It's got blue eyes, and it's got blue kind of neon, but what is that? Is that kind of a weird Terminator Iron Man, again Marvel, but this kind of Iron Man themed skin? Honestly, I don't know, your guess is as good as mine. Like I said, tomorrow we'll find out. I'm so excited just to see the 100 tiers. If it is 100 tiers, I'm assuming so. I'm so excited to see this kind of 100 tier progression of characters. Do you know one thing I would love to see as well? I know it's kind of bittersweet and it might be morbid, but death animations. Just think about it, you know, if you're dead, you're dead. At the moment, your body just disappears, your loot falls everywhere, and you get this little kind of like drone that just zaps your body up, because I guess you get teleported back to the lobby. But what about if it is superhero theme? What about if you have these super cool animations, like you just dissolve or get vaporized, or you just, I don't know, melt or get sucked into like a kind of black hole or wormhole or implode, anything. Honestly, it's like superhero themed. You can make it so exciting. So, you know, if you killed someone and their body goes, pew, like, I don't know, I just thought that'd be kind of cool. But I think I've covered it all. It's getting very dark and I need to edit this video. So if you've made it to the end, thank you. I appreciate this. Also, I know I've been mixing up my channel with kind of gameplay videos and informational videos like this. It's my channel at the end of the day. You know, and I only have about 30 viewers per video, so it doesn't actually matter too much. But honestly, if you've made it to the end, I appreciate it. And give me a feedback as well. Let me know what you think about, you know, these kind of face cam videos while I'm talking, because I enjoy doing it, I'll be honest. I have no problem talking. If any of you know me, I have no problem talking. So, but yeah, any support is always appreciated. So thank you. And any feedback, any criticism, constructive or not, it helps me to grow as a content creator. So it's all good. It's all good. And so until next time, guys, take care.